Hi, I'm Mike from KYRA Medical, and today I'd like to talk to you about the KYRA Armboard. So this is a standard operating table armboard with an adjustment single plane. The clamp is attached to the armboard, and you can put it anywhere on the table. So just point, shoot, put the armboard on. I'm going to put it here, and I just lock it on, and then I have the fingers to articulate the armboard. So a little bit about the detail of the armboard. So it'll fit standard pads. We have the clamshell style pad. We also have the standard armboard that does not have this extra flap on top. The extra flap attaches on the bottom to the Velcro. So I'm just going to take this off and talk about the armboard itself. So this is an injection molded armboard. So very, very strong, very radiolucent, and has a couple features in that I'd like to tell you about. So number one is the concern with armboards is the teeth underneath. So this is a place where water can get into, and once you have water into a place that's not easily cleanable, you can get bacteria and all sorts of germs growing in that. So to combat that, we've done a couple things. Number one is on the top piece of the armboard, so there's one piece that fits into a lower piece, there's a waterfall design that comes across here, and so any of the water or fluid that we get in is just going to simply shed in. It's not going to go in and up and around. It's impossible for that to happen. We have the single point fixation here. This is Loctited in to prevent the water there, and then the teeth are all sealed and live under this here. So really being very conscious about designing a system where the water does not get in. While we're on the underside of the board, I'll point out a few things. So from here to the end of the board is all molded plastic, injection molded, so it's very strong. So that means if I wanted to put the armboard onto the table, I can use all of this as an operative platform. So if I want to do a simple wrist procedure, finger procedure, I can put an armboard or even two armboards side by side, and I could shoot this with a C-arm or an X-ray machine without any artifacts. So let's talk about the underside of the board in terms of using it for a C-arm or a X-ray machine. So the one thing you want to avoid is having tall edges at 90 degrees to the X-ray machine. And to that end, what we've done here is we've taken these angles and we kind of turn them to the side. So we've added more curvature to the board. So now instead of shooting through this very tall and thick piece and getting a white line artifact on the X-ray or fluoro, turning that sideways, now we're only shooting through this very thin layer. So instead of shooting from here to here, we're only shooting through this very thin layer of material. So that's why you see these complex curves here, and that's all injection molded in there, so that's very easy for us to do. Lastly, at the very end of the board, instead of having just a single finger pull to articulate the board, we've got this four-fingered handle, and I'm just going to pull this, and that's going to articulate the clamp at the end. So I'm going to line this up, put this on, and I just pull that with all four of my fingers, and it's very easy. It doesn't take a lot of strain to articulate the board. So, KYRA Armboard, thank you for listening.